Friends, I want to talk to you about MTF, Margin Trading Facility, which is a tool available to traders for holding positions with the help of leverage. But unlike regular margin, which is available on a day-to-day basis, for example, if I select a stock and I click buy, I can click trading over here and I can buy a large quantity, but the amount which I will have to pay will be less because I am getting a 5x margin over here. But this margin is only available for intraday. Similarly, you can pledge shares and use that margin for F&O. But MTF, Margin Trading Facility, is a different feature. It is a feature which has emerged out of a need in the market where certain trades we may be comfortable as traders to hold for a longer date. And these trades we may want to carry forward beyond a single day, unlike an intraday order. And maybe with the leverage, we can benefit with this trade. So MTF in Dhan app is what we are looking at. So we are looking at MTF on the Dhan platform. I have my account. I have logged in over here. And MTF is a facility which is activated by default on Dhan. So today we will learn what is MTF, how to use it, what are the charges, and what are some key things to take care of when you take a trade using MTF. So MTF basically gives us 4x margin on our trades, and this allows us to do buy today, sell tomorrow kind of trades or hold these positions for a longer period of time. So as you can see, swing traders, BTST, long-term investors, Dhan users, a lot of people could use this. Now, some of the features here are unlimited holding period. There is a margin available, so you can take a position which is larger than what you would have otherwise done. And this is unlike the other margin which we use for intraday, because here we have to pay certain charges. So that's one important thing to know. So if we look at the FAQs for MTF, you will see that it's very clearly mentioned what is the cost for this. So the interest rate charged for MTF is 0.0438% per day. So that comes to just under 16% per annum. So where you take a trade, say where we put 10,000 of our own money and 30,000 rupee comes in as margin, and we use this money for 7 days, we hold the trade for 7 days, you can see a calculation over here that the interest is rupees 91. To make this calculation simpler, there is also MTF calculator where you can select a given script. You can select the quantity that you are trading in and just visualize what your total charges will be and what your break-even price would also be. I'll give you a link to this calculator as well. Now, how do we place a MTF trade? Simply select any stock on Dhan, click on buy. Once you come to this buy screen, you will see there is trading, which is intraday, and then there is MTF next to it, which is activated by default. Now you can see this stock is valued at 1,245 rupees, but it is available to me at a 329 rupee price because I will be using MTF over here. So this is effectively a 3.78x leverage. So I can now go ahead and do an instant buy for this. So only 329 rupees approx that is deducted from my own margin. The rest has come as MTF funding. And when I look at the positions tab over here, you can see the product MTF shows over here. And I can click on this position over here and I can look at the details. Now, if I exit this position today itself, I will not pay any charges. But if I hold this position, I will be pledging this stock that I have purchased, and I will be able to exit it whenever I want, repay the margin I have taken, and take home any profit or loss which I have made on this. Now, one important thing to do once we have a position like this, once we make a order under MTF, when we take a trade like this under MTF, one thing we need to understand is that this quantity of ICICI Bank will have to be pledged by us, and this pledge will be on behalf of Dhan. In case the price of this stock starts falling and our margin falls below a certain threshold, so currently roughly we have been given 26% margin over here by Dhan, which means we have paid 26% and remaining 74% has been paid by Dhan. But if our contribution drops below 20%, Dhan will liquidate this position. So in this case, what we need to do is kind of constantly monitor the price and exit our positions ourselves, or top up the cash in our account if we have a MTF position open. Now, one thing to take care is that today, if I've placed a order under MTF, while this feature is activated by default on my account and I'll be using the same stock, ICICI, against which I'm getting margin. So I'll be pledging the same stock that I've purchased to get the margin. I will have to go ahead and authorize this pledging after 4 o'clock. So after the market ends, after 4 p.m. and before 9 p.m., I'll have to go back and complete the pledging of this stock. And Dhan sends you a reminder email for the same as well. So it's roughly 2 o'clock now when I have placed this order. And after 4 o'clock, I'll have to go back and do pledging for this. So that's one thing which is very important to take care of. Apart from the interest rate which we discussed, another charge that we need to know is that a pledge and unpledged charge of 12.5 rupees per transaction per ISIN will be required. So if I have ICICI which I have transacted today, which I have selected as a demo stock today, I will end up paying 12.5 rupees plus GST as my pledging, and then when it's again unpledged, when I unwind this MTF position, I will again pay an unpledging charge of rupees 12.5 plus GST. So these are the fixed charges for every instrument and every transaction that you do. So had I purchased 3 different stocks, I would pay this 12.5 rupees pledging for each of those 3 different stocks separately. Friends, at 4 o'clock, you can see I now have an option. Your authorization for MTF orders is pending. Shares bought on MTF must be pledged before 9 p.m. on trade day, else it will be sold on T+5 automatically. So I need to do this authorization by clicking authorize. This will proceed to an OTP from CDSL to authorize this transaction. So over here, the OTP has been sent to my authorized number and I'm waiting for the OTP to show up. I am setting up the OTP now. After entering the OTP, I would click on verify. And with this pledging, my process for securing this stock under MTF is completed. So you can see your pledge request is accepted. So all steps required from our end is completed. You will see we have sent the pledge request, authorization has been sent, and request to CDSL has also been sent. The confirmation is something which will be done by Dhan and CDSL between them. So that's how you use MTF on Dhan platform, and I hope you are clear about the charges and the procedure now.